Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a TrueNut, and welcome back to Fallout 4 Survival Mode. Last time we headed up into kind of the, well, not really the northeast corner of the map. We're kind of in the central map, in the area around Medford and Malden, where I haven't really actually bothered exploring properly. I passed through this area previously, but didn't really explore it properly. But we've got a few quests around here, and a few bits and pieces I want to explore. Some of which actually came up in No Guns, but I didn't really solve the mysteries there. But I've been told since to explore a bit more thoroughly, and I think I know what I'm doing. So we're going to start off with the Medford Memorial Hospital, which I need to take care of for two separate reasons. One was there was a DIA cache that Pam asked me to go and get in here, and I swear there's a second reason too. Yes, the slog. I like the slog. The lovely guys over at the slog said they wanted this place cleared out as well. Marvellous. So, they want everyone in here dead. That's 100% fine. And there's also a DIA cache hidden somewhere in here. So that there is marvellous. Let's head in here and apparently murder literally all the super mutants, which is fine to do because they're super mutants, so we don't feel bad about killing them. Now, I swear I'd already come through here, and I think actually I probably have done, because I know for a fact I murdered the synths over there the first time I passed through, but those guys have regenerated, so these super mutants will have done as well, so we will have to clear out the front room a second time, unfortunately. Now, that wouldn't be too bad, but the thing we've got to be careful of around here is the risk of suiciders in extremely tight, confined spaces where there are many corridors. Is there? Yes, indeed. One suicider right there. So let's just put a grenade in on top of you if we can squeeze one in. That'll do. There we are. Now just hide. Beautiful. Super mutant. What's that? What's that nuclear explosion? I wonder what could be happening. One super mutant up there. If I can just hit him. There you are. You're dead. One more over there. Also dead. Still not in danger. That was a couple of good shots right there.
Got a treat for you.
I'm not sure I believe you. You're dead as well. There we are. First 4 super mutants dead, and they don't even know I'm here yet. Marvellous. Loving a silenced gun. And I think we are... yeah, pretty good shape. Okay, I think we have entered the building quite successfully there. So, let's start upstairs. Yeah, I'm sure I came in here, but then, yeah, I've done a few runs in Fallout 4 now. Sometimes I forget what I have and have not done. But I'm pretty sure I came in here to collect the Massachusetts Surgical Journal that's in that room. So, I'm just going to double check to make sure I've got that, because if I haven't, getting that first would be very, very useful indeed. Hang on, this room's locked. If this room's locked, rooms don't relock over time. Or maybe they do. Now I'm really confused. Well, there's no surgical journal here, and it should be right up here, so I must have already got it, in which case this room relocked itself, which I didn't think locks did. I thought a lock, once opened, was permanently opened. Well, that's slightly odd. Now, where the hell do I start in here? Because this is one a hell of a large building, by the way. And as far as possible, I would like to keep doing it on the more sneaky fashion, because there's a very, very large amount of super mutants in here. If this goes wrong and you get swarmed, you might get yourself, yeah, a little bit too swarmed. Ooh. Ah, yes, I remember this. The operating theatre door, master locked. I've never found the key to this place. I want to know what's in here because I've no idea what's in the operating theatre. So, I'm going to thoroughly explore this place until such time as I'm actually able to locate the key to their operating theatre, because I want to know what's going on. Though it looks like, actually, the cache might be just around the corner here. So let's get that first while I'm passing by. Somewhere around here. There we are, one basic super mutant, nothing to worry about there. Expert lock terminal, so I can't get into medical supplies, but in all fairness, it looks like it's just, yeah, drug cases and a few other bits and pieces, nothing special there. Through here, no, we're okay for now. And then, here we are, secret wall. That opens up, so now we can help ourselves to whatever we want here. Fusion cell, don't need that, and then it's just a bunch of basic ammo, really. Well, in that case, while we're up here on the top floor, may as well clear out the top floor and work kind of downwards. Hello, basic super mutant. There you go. Still hidden. You're the only person in this room. Let's just keep on moving through. Ooh, yes, of course. Labs means lots of microscopes, and lots of microscopes can be very, very useful. Ooh, pool of oil next to canister. Feel like that would explode very nicely if I actually needed it to at any point. Ah, and we're now one floor above. Hang on. One super mutant and another super mutant goes down as well. Okay, so it's kind of basic super mutants at the moment. We're in pretty good shape, I'd say. And even better, because we're starting at the top, we've got the advantage of... Can I shoot through there? I can, yes. Lovely. We can just shoot through the window and take those guys out as they pile up to the window. Excellent. They are, well, I'd say they're being a bit stupid, but they're super mutants. That's kind of in the job description. So that being up on the top floor worked pretty well. I'm going to do the same the other side, because again, if there's a hole through my floor, the second floor ceiling, I can shoot down and take anything out pretty easily. Hello there! You're going to go down. There's probably something else in here with you. Ooh, legendary, okay, legendary skirmisher though. One legendary skirmisher's not the end of the world at all. If need to be, use grenades. He's close though.
Someone there.
That's right, someone is there. Where are you?
You here? You here? Stop hiding.
One basic super mutant, one legendary skirmisher. Might be on the floor. Oh! No, you're not. The basic... I was about to criticise the super mutants for being not very perceptive, but apparently I'm even worse, because I missed this bloody guy. The skirmisher, however, could be on the floor below. That's entirely possible. Wouldn't mind finding a working sink either, by the way. That would be quite useful. Then at the end here, we've got, stairs going down to the next floor down. Well, that's fine. Logically, that's where the... Oh, this goes down to, past the second floor, down to the first floor. A secret area of the first floor you can't get to otherwise? Possibly. Maybe, in fact. Yeah, this could be a separate bit and you can't get to otherwise. That'd be nice if so. Nothing here but a big pile of corpses. So now we're down on the first floor, but potentially in a blocked off area. This works for me. And then we've got... Oh! An exit. Okay, but also... Yes, there you are. Dead in one. Lovely. Skirmishers are not going to be able to stand up to me these days. And let's see if my spectacular luck actually holds out and gives me something amazing. I mean, now I've said that, it's not going to happen. Obviously, now it's going to be something terrible. But what would it have been, I wonder? Ooh. For a moment, my brain read that as left leg. But no, that's left arm. And my left arm is my martyr gear, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, the martyr gear is too important. Just being able to get auto slow time when I'm almost dead, that's just too important to pass up. Sorry. I mean, that's nice. I'm glad that's there, and I bet it's... Oh, no, it's not even that good. It's kind of either basic or mid-tier. It's not that great. Working sink, though. I like a working sink. And this does indeed lead back to the opening area. Fine. So that wasn't just like a secret back way. That just leads around to the opening area. So, right... from the ground floor, and then we'll do the second floor last. Beautiful. Well, nothing obvious back here. That only leaves the second floor. And yeah, I'm still no close to figuring out where the key for that operating theatre is. So I've already been to, well, I haven't been to the right yet, but I did kill a couple of guys from above, so this area should be pretty quiet. Yes, here we are. Here's the guys I already shot through the window. Lovely. Oh, that makes it look really professional. Just a pile of dead mutants and a broken window. It looks like I kind of, you know, stepped outside and kind of shot them through the window. I didn't. The window was already broken. But if anyone asks, I'll tell it that way because it sounds more badass. Aha! Instrument case Medford operating theatre key. In this case over here. Just by the broken window. Beautiful. So now we've got the key we need. Very, very nice. And in case you want to save, whole bunch of beds. Lovely. And then the second floor on the left, there's presumably not going to be very much because this is the collapsed floor where you can't access the... just a fusion core. Yeah, you can't access the stairwell from here, so there's not actually much in this direction. And there we are. Operating theatre door. Crack this open. Get into the final area of the hospital. And this is presumably where, yeah, the leader is. Question is, who exactly is the leader of these guys? It must be a person, one particular super mutant. Oh, I wonder what it's going to be. Ooh, I wonder if it's going to be an overlord or something even higher. That'd be nice. Operating theatre terminal. Ooh. Could we maybe do something to the operating theatre? Toggle lights. Toggle them off, sure. And then toggle the music. Let's just have darkness and music. I'd like this to be romantic when I kill this guy. So he is... Oh, he's a brute. I'm possibly overthinking this right here. Hello, you also have to die, by the way. Right, crack open the door, go into hidden, find ourselves a super mutant, and actually we don't need to worry about him. And you are already dead. And you have a dog, but he's dead too. And that is, apparently, your lot. This area was quite hard to get into, though, so I feel like there should be some form of reward for this. Because, oh, we've still got a basic soup mutant. Oh, no, not a basic soup mutant. However, shall we kill him? Door here to a rear area. More sinks, more mirrors, yet more... Ooh, antibiotics. Always like some antibiotics. Yes, I'll gladly take antibiotics as my reward. Can never have too many antibiotics. And a syringe rifle. Okay, so if you haven't got a syringe rifle yet and you really want one, there's one at the back of the Medford Hospital. Though, to be honest, there's easier ones to get hold of than here. Like, the one that's in the basement of the blood clinic nearby to Fort Hagen is way, way more accessible, because that's just behind some bugs. This one's behind some... Well, I wouldn't exactly say, you know, difficult enemies, but relatively difficult next to where you can get other ones. And that, I guess, is this area done with. Marvellous. Right, let's move on to, I think, either Malden High School or the mysterious empty house. One of those, whichever's closest. Yes, here we are, Malden Middle School. An area I just kind of passed by. I've passed by a few schools. There's a school nearby the other hospital, the Milton General Hospital as well, that I think I completely kind of ignored. So I wanted to go back down to that area at some point and explore that area more thoroughly, because in general, schools in Fallout, big areas, interesting stories. That high school nearby to the airport had some fun little stories buried away in it. This person brought rat poison to school. That does not feel like something that was going to end well, no. Front door's boarded up, however, and going to need to find a different way in here. Interestingly, there was a barred... basement. So, down we go into the basement of this here school then. And yeah, various people have told me I should visit here because there's something really cool down here. But I'm not the first person to have discovered it. Other people have been here first. Right. Okay, we're going to have a fight on our hands then. Got it. And Abernathy Farm is under attack. Would you believe I don't particularly care? And okay, right, yes, I had heard there was one vault in a basement I hadn't found yet. Here it is, Vault 75. Oh, hello! Gunner Corporal, and apparently you've got yourself a pretty good weapon, my good man. Blimey. Right, back off, let them come to me. This is not the right... Yes, you see, let the guy with the knife just charge like an idiot. Right, still in danger, but we've managed to get inside the front of the vault at least. And if this is a vault... That normally means you've got yourself a lovely bunch of safe drinking water. That would be very, very welcome. I'm spot parched at the moment. Now, missions terminal. Who was this vault for? Surely it wasn't actually for the school, unless this was like a school for really rich kids. In response to growing national concern for the safety of our children in the event of a nuclear attack, Vault-Tec officials have cooperated with local government in Malden, Massachusetts to provide subsidized enrollment fees for any families wishing to sign up for the residency in Vault 75. The newly opened vault is attached directly to Malden's elementary school, ensuring a swift evacuation should an attack come during class time. Well, that sounds very, very kind of nice and charitable and people-friendly, which means there was some form of horrific experiment attached, obviously. So the rules were one or more enrolled family members are children under the age of 15. They have to be enrolled in the public school within the township of Malden, Massachusetts, and the enrolled group includes no more than 2 adults per qualifying child. Well, that seems fairly reasonable so far. Once residents have been verified and sanitised, children under the age of 17 are to be taken to the atrium area. There they will meet with the overseer, who will provide orientation information specific to the children. All other residents are to be taken to the holding area to await their briefing from the head of security. Why do we get the feeling those children never saw their parents again? And then a whole bunch of names, ages, availability, and surname. I'm guessing availability is did they actually make it to the vault when the bombs fell, or were they killed because they didn't make it to the vault in time, if I had to guess. Okay, so I'm getting the feeling this vault was just for children, a little lamplight vault, if you will. So, what was the point of all of this? Okay, I'm interested. Right, only one way to go. Elevator, just like Vault 81. There's just one elevator at the end of the entrance area. Let's head down and see what's going on here. Vault 75 is a quest, apparently. Explore Vault 75. Got it. Right. I'm guessing we've got more... Yeah. You can see the tags there. We've got more gunners yet. So, atmospheric containment. Nothing special there. Let's just keep an eye out for these bastards. Probably no special story behind where the gunners came from and why those guys are here. To be honest, the gunners just take over any form of like secure environment. Vault is a very good strategic area, roomy, running water, basically a good place to be honest. So I can see why they'd want to move in. But the question is, yes, what were Vault Tech doing before the war, or rather planning to do the moment the war began? Security, security office, but I'm going to be needing a lab access card in order to get to the security room. And I'm going to guess that's where the parents were taken, didn't it say? So I'm guessing there's going to be a big pile of corpses in there. So it'll be nice to have that confirmed. And there's the atrium, so that's where the children went instead. Nothing special here. Yes, so this is where the children met with the overseer for the first time. Here we go. We've got ourselves some people over here. There you are. He goes down without ever firing. That is good stuff. There's going to be more in here, though. The central atrium. This place has got to be swarming with gunners. Oh, yes, like that guy right there. There you go. Are you dead? Oh, he is dead. He's just... Ooh, I've seen that glitch before, but never in my own game. Lovely. He's doing the dead cycling glitch. I love that glitch. It's marvellous. He's never going to stop, by the way. He's going to keep doing that forever, which I do quite like. I could shoot his legs off, of course, but I don't feel like it. I feel like I'm happier with him just doing the dead cycling for the rest of time. God, love how slowly your health comes back when you're drinking. It's realistic. Well, it's even then it's not realistic, but it's realistic next to how it normally is in Fallout. Hello over there. Oh, no, sorry. You're the dead cycling guy. Damn it, you betrayed me. Just keep moving around the edge. I know where the other one is. There's one up top here somewhere who I just saw a second ago. Yes, I see you. And there you go. Beautiful. And that might be finally... Not quite all of them, but I feel like I've cleared out this room at least. Right, let's just go around the ground floor here. Figure out what's going on. That's the stairs that lead upstairs. Ignore them for now. We've got a big locker room over here to the right. Any clues or anything of interest there? No. Basic first aid kits, but nothing hugely of interest. One door leading through to... Wait a second, unless this is the... Is that the rear of the door that leads through to the security office here? That might be the door from the other side. Actually, I can check if there's a bunch of luggage here. No, different door. Fine, never mind. It can't be the same door because there's no luggage there. And then we've got... Okay, so that's going further down. Okay, leave that for now, but remember that's there. The stairs going down through here. That's probably ultimately where we want to go. Let's see if we can figure out anything in the... atrium first. Any form of like holotape or something. Anything that would give me information about what the overseer said to the children. So, a playground. There's an underground playground that they just left in the dirt. That's quite good actually. Hang on. You hold still. No, hold there for a second. Hold there for a second. There you go. Oh, no. So you throw a Molotov at me. Except, interestingly, it's also labelled as reactor. How worried should we have been that, yeah, the children's play area was literally next to the reactor? Is it producing rads at all? No. Casing's fine. No rads, so that wasn't the experiment. Let's head upstairs. The overseer's office is normally available from upstairs in the atrium, so we should be able to get around there, and that should give us some answers. First up, a classroom. Again, more stuff pertaining to children. But mentats. Mentats in the classroom. That doesn't seem right. More mentats. These have been left here deliberately. These children were taking drugs to boost their intelligence and perception. That seems very, very wrong, but why was it done? Here we are, classroom terminal. What were they being taught? Up Topland Heroes. There was once a little girl named Sue and a little boy named Roy. Sue and Roy grew up in a very special place called Vault 75. They learned and trained and played there. How they trained. Sue and Roy were both growing up big and strong when one day Sue and Roy were asked to visit the Overseer. "What's wrong, Overseer?" asked Sue. "Why were you crying, Overseer?" said Roy. "It's just awful," cried the Overseer, wiping a tear from her eye. "Have you children ever heard of Up Topland?" Sue and Roy blinked and shook their heads. "What's that, Overseer?" they asked. "Oh, it's a terrible place," began the Overseer, and she told the children about Up Topland. She told them about the people living there, and how they weren't safe or strong like the children of Vault 75. Monsters attacked them, and evil bandits stole their food, and it was no place for little children to grow up. No, not at all. "Those poor people," exclaimed Sue. "Why does nobody help them?" wondered Roy. "That's just it, children," the Overseer told them. "They need someone big and strong to protect them." Who will help them? Sue and Roy asked. One day, children, you will, said the overseer. That's why you must do your best at classes and training every day, so you can grow up big and strong and go make Up Topland a happy and safe place for the poor people who live there. Sue and Roy smiled at that and ran off to their lessons, eager to help. Okay, so these children were being somehow trained physically and mentally, and indeed drugged, in fact, to be better so that they could potentially go up and reclaim the land above. Interesting. And no file found for the lesson plan. No file found. And no file found. Okay. So these children, yeah, were somehow being trained to take the wasteland back, except, yeah, they were literally being drugged to do it. So something's not quite right here. Now, residential. Crack this open. Yep, lots of double bunk beds for the children to live in. Fine. Here's something slightly unusual. Something over there. That is... the overseer's office can only be accessed with a lab card. And also, what looks like only from the inside. Looks like I wouldn't be able to... Yes, I can just make it. Beautiful. And yeah, reactor, overseer's office. But without the right card, nothing I can do. And this here computer doesn't work. Fine. In that case, head downstairs, down into what was listed as the lab area. We'll need to find the right keycard to access all of these doors we've been seeing. So down here, medical facilities, lots of stuff like that. Presumably studying the children to check how they were doing physiologically. I'm guessing their food was being drugged as well as just taking like the mentats while they were in their lessons. Logically, yeah, their food was being drugged to make them big and strong. Buff out, potentially. This room looks distinctly like it was mainly designed just for irradiating something. Radaway right here, were children being irradiated intentionally for some reason. Not impossible. I'm guessing this is supposed to be like, yeah, treadmills. Children being exercised. Got it. None of this, of course, is fundamentally evil. It's not evil to make children exercise. I'm just slightly worried about the drugging thing. And the whole propaganda thing. That's slightly more concerning. And then, guns, hunting rifles, 10mm pistols. A rare sign of, yeah, a hunting rifle in the flipping vaults there. Normally it's nothing but 10mm. So these children were also being taught how to shoot. And indeed taught how to shoot in artificially constructed ruins, diners, broken down cars, stuff that genuinely looks like a pretty good facsimile of the outside. So they were actually doing... Hello up there, you are the commander. And you're going to be dead soon. There you go. So I'm guessing you are the guy who's got the key card on him. Yeah, they were genuinely being taught to go into the outside world. It looks like that was legitimate. No kind of secret thing there, though, admittedly. What's this terminal wired up to? Combat simulation terminal. Ooh, we've got a proper little shooting range here. And they've even got actual times. Oh, and someone entered their name as AAAAA. Marvellous. So yeah, the top time, 25 seconds. Okay, restart the course. I've got a 10mm pistol right here. So what do I need to do exactly? Just shoot whatever pops up? Oh, well, this isn't fair. I'm using a flipping analog stick. And that looks like all of them. Was that all of them? Hello, am I done? Well, it's giving me the option to restart the course, but my time hasn't gone down, even though it was way faster than 25 seconds. So this is like another one at the back I missed or something. Hello. Ooh, there is more stuff at the back. Hello. Never trust the rear of a Vault-Tec cave. That's normally where the Deathclaws live. So just a bunch of like props and whatever, wooden boxes, leftover stuff from constructing this place. Nothing major back there, to be honest. You actually have to go inside and do more. Got it. Because when you step inside, more stuff shows up. And then presumably you have to go upstairs for the final bit. Yes, indeed. Final bit. And then final bit. Okay, fine. So there's 3 stages to it. You have to take out the ones in the window, then you run inside and take out 2 there, then you run upstairs and there's like 3 or so in here. Fine. But I'm guessing you have the... No, you don't. Oh. I'm guessing it's here then? Yes, indeed. Vault 75 lab access card. Beautiful. Right, well, I've got slightly more fusion cells right now, so let's do this with the fusion cells. I'd like to kind of do at least a fairly good job, despite using a controller here. Right, let's give this a go. Run in here, there's you, and then there's you. Probably don't even need to bother aiming, really. Just kind of run in and sort of hope, and then 1 and 2. Okay. That feels like that must have been on the table, if not necessarily the fastest. Nice! Grills bears 20.67 seconds. I challenge you all to beat it, but it will be remarkably simple for anyone using a keyboard and mouse. I like that that's down here, though. That's kind of cool. Also, I should grab all of these 10mm pistols and immediately drop them just for the ammo. There, we all got a little bit of that back now, and in that case, I don't recall seeing any of those down here. The little readers, by the way. So what I need to do instead is head back upstairs and go through all of those doors I found. Ah! Rescue settler from... Oh! There was a time limit on that guy. Never mind. I have failed kidnapping at County Crossing. Oops, Preston will be so disappointed in me. Right through here. This gets me through to the... Ah, is this the laboratory area? Lovely. So we've got screening. That's the overseer. And then... Okay, screening. Screening is interesting. Alright, never mind. I don't want to start here in that case. I want to start off with the security room that I saw earlier, because I'd like to know what happened to the parents, because I'm guessing it's not a good thing. Right, here we are. Security office, where the parents were told to assemble. So through here, I'm guessing I'm going to be actually back in the exact same... Yes, I'm back in the exact same area, aren't I? Marvellous. So that's listed as screening right there. That was the opening area with screening. Got it. And then we've got... Yeah, let's start with the overseer.
Have the card.
And, that requires the admin card. Fine. So I need to go into the lab and find the admin card, and there. Got it. Sliding door takes me into the... What's presumably the observation area, because I saw, like, windows above the shooting range. Glass floors, they could observe everything nice and easy. Got it. You coming over here? Yes, you are. And you're going to be... Are you dead? Yes, I think you died, but there's another one of you around here yet. Legendary gunner. Holding what's presumably a legendary plasma weapon. Legendary plasma weapons are the ones you really flipping want. Because the thing is, laser and plasma weapons are the most flexible weapons in the whole game. Like a 10mm pistol will always be a pistol. You can put a scope on it, sure, but basically it's always a pistol. But, like, you can't make a 10mm pistol into a shotgun, for example. But, like, any laser or plasma pistol can become a shotgun, a sniper rifle, a full automatic rifle. It can literally become anything. So legendary laser and plasma stuff is really, really valuable. Oi, come back here. Let me murder you. Oi! Come back! Oh, you utter troll. He was just holding a basic plasma pistol, and the actual legendary thing he had was a poisonous metal right leg. Poisoner. The most useless of all. Well, not the most useless, but it's pretty damn bad. I'm not even picking it up. One more legendary gunner goes down. However, I think this is your head, and you have got me an enraging lever action. Now, that's a little bit more interesting, actually, because an enraging item that's got some range, that actually can have a bit of use, yes. Question is, how light can I make it? Because if I could make this thing super light but have really, really long range, I could potentially see myself taking this along, setting it up for the longest range possible, and then basically... Can this thing even take a silencer? It's got a muzzle slot, it presumably can. Yeah, if I could make this thing incredibly long range, as light as possible, with a silencer on it, and then I could just use it, like, enrage major targets at a distance, assuming I could get the weight down enough, that might actually be useful. Yeah, I'll take that with me. That potentially is... Oh, I've just had so much luck on this little expedition here. This has been a great expedition for legendary gear. And, ooh, hello! Science bobblehead, too!
Excellent.
So, one extra guess when hacking terminals. Well, that'll save me a little bit of time, I guess. And yes, indeed, this is the area that is looking down on the shooting range, so they were monitoring the children as they trained. One terminal. Assistance terminal. Ah, this might give me a few answers. Testing schedule. What have we got here? Okay, so each child that was in the vault had a particular time they came down and used the testing facility and kind of trained and shot and did all that stuff. Fine, makes sense. Guidelines. Invalid. We don't know. Private. 1534. I was able to mess up the scheduling program. The system won't expect us to test anyone after lunch for a few days. If you're right about the overseer having helpers, I don't think anyone's noticed. Anyway, this will give us some time to get things ready without prying eyes. You can leave me messages on this terminal too if you need. Should be pretty secure now. We can start smuggling ammo in here. Nobody should find out if we're pinching a bullet or two at a time from the range. Still need to figure out a good fuse. It'll take a while to get the gunpowder smuggled in from the range before that matters. Okay. So, somebody in here was trying to smuggle powder and guns out of the range a little bit at a time to take over the vault, I guess? Resistance. What do you think we're up against anyway? Worst case, all the superiors we've ever seen graduate. That's not comforting. I really doubt it, though. I'm almost positive they've just got geeks up there, maybe even just robots. Depending on the robots, I might take the up top grads. Yeah, I'm not worried, though. There can't be as many of them as there are of us, and they're basically training us to be able to overpower them. We won't know until we know, I guess, and I guess we're going to know real soon. So the children were, in fact, planning to rise up and, like, take over the vault. I guess that's the danger of training children to be incredibly strong, smart killing machines. But then maybe that was the whole point of the experiment. See how long it took them to rise up. That might have been the true experiment all along. James, have you thought about what we should do with the little kids? If we hit the door during nap time, they should be safe. We should still make sure everyone pushes forward as much as possible. I hope that'll work. We should probably have a few stay behind just to keep an eye on them. Good idea. We can trust Alma, right? Why don't you talk to her during her testing appointment tomorrow? She's in. Okay. So, more little kids were being born, potentially, while the vault was active. In which case, the parents potentially had to be kept alive to keep producing more children. Were they potentially just kind of forced into basically just a breeding program, producing children as fast and often as possible? Could have been. Certainly noteworthy there's a lot of skeletons around here. Potentially this is where the revolution kicked off then. So, an actual researcher's terminal. The side effects guidelines. Cardiac arrest and death were bad, but acceptable was muscle strain, nausea, vomiting, and loss of consciousness. So these children were really pushed beyond acceptable limits. And then we've got notes. Note Nina. Nina won't believe it, I'm actually on the research team. We always thought some grown-ups must stay in the vault to help the Overseer run things, even if we never saw them. I was right, not everyone has to go to the outside world. They said I'd do more good here, and I couldn't be happier. I wish there was some way she could know I'm still here, still able to watch her. So graduate in 2 years, maybe they'll put her on the research team too, if her scores are high enough. Wait a flipping minute. Wait. A group of children trained to be extremely competent, skilled fighters. This vault, what if it's not a vault that was taken over by the Gunners? What if the children grew up to become the Gunners? This is where the Gunners started. That's why the Gunners are an elite, pretty strong military organisation, because they were trained from children to do it. Oh, that's possible, isn't it? It's only been a few months since graduation and already I feel so much more mature than the kids I'm monitoring every day. Rohit and James both still talk about taking over the vault, like they think nobody's listening. Robbie and Becca still sneak off to huff propellant, we see that too. They'll never make it onto the research team like I did. I'm just glad I can still keep an eye on Nina. She's not doing too great on her scores though. She was never much of an academic like me. Her physical scores are among the best in the group though. I'm sure she'll graduate to a good team for up top. I just hope I can see her before she goes. Supervisor Bissell lost some papers from his clipboard this morning. He was pretty anxious about it. He'd spent most of the morning searching for them, then pulled me aside to get me looking for them while he went to meet with the Overseer. He really doesn't want anyone to know that they went missing. Turns out they got sucked into a vent. I could hear the pages flopping in there. There's no way I can get them unless I were to go downstairs, but I saw Rohit fish them out of the vents down there first. I'm going to tell Bissell I couldn't find them. Okay, so Rohit, wherever he ended up, already got some pages out of a vent, so they're not in there now. I don't need to search the vents. The range is really run down. I've asked the Overseer whether we can have some supplies brought in to help refurbish it, but was told we should work with what we've got. Then she reminded me it wasn't even my station. I didn't think it would be a big deal to have her ask some of the up-top graduates to bring in supplies, but I guess they're really busy and there's always some risk involved with her going outside. Maybe she'll ask at next year's graduation when she takes the new graduates through the surface door. Why do I get the feeling that, yeah, there's more here going on than just that. Something's not right. What's happening to these children? Do they all just fail and die? Is this all for nothing? Well, anyway, that's everything that's in here. Let's head to the Overseer's office and get our final answers in that case. Here we go. Overseer. Admin keycard. Lovely. Through we go. And just be a little careful. I'm not convinced. Also, I really don't like you looking at me. If you'd be so Oh! Blimey, well aren't you a fancy light, Gunner Corporal? Somewhere around here. There we are. Okay, you're just a basic lad. I thought you might be the boss of the area. But I tell you what, I will grind criticals against you, because I kind of need more criticals in case there is a super boss coming up. There we are, and with your death, we actually level up and get max criticals as well. Perfect. And with that, Rifleman 5. That strikes me as useful. Beautiful. Now that should get my weapons looking... Oh, 475 on the Gauss Rifle. I mean, if I happen to find a better Gauss Rifle, like if I could find like an instigating Gauss Rifle, hoo-hoo, life will be good. But that's still pretty darn impressive as well. That thing is looking pretty crappy at the moment, but that thing's job is not to do damage. I just want to work on it to get it to be a good long-range and raging weapon, because that can certainly be useful in certain situations. And the terrible shotgun, 245 on really powerful shotgun that does actually have some damage bonuses on it too. Yes, that will do very nicely indeed. Now, a whole bunch of computers sitting around, but nothing immediately obvious. Technical document and a chief scientist terminal. Right, this might give us some answers. Confidential information, perfect. Prime directive. Welcome to Vault 75. As outlined in your confidential briefing package, Vault 75 is part of a top-secret military program. You've been selected for your professional credentials, experience, and commitment to the improvement of the human genome. It is of the utmost importance that you follow the protocols herein. The mission of Vault 75, above all, is the refinement of human genetics. Your scientific staff will operate according to the research schedule laid out by Schlett, Braun, and Lam. Ooh. Could be the Braun, of course, we know from Fallout 3 there. You will be working with an overseer with a background as a military officer. Your overseer will be responsible for training and maintaining the subject population you'll be working with. It is important that you and your overseer maintain a healthy working relationship. Okay. Vault 75 represents an unprecedented opportunity to test our hypothesis that the human genome can be improved at a rapid rate through the combination of selective breeding, hormonal treatments, genetic modification, and an accelerated generational cycle. The experimental objectives of Vault 75 are detailed in the handbooks that have been provided to you already. This experiment is intended to be carried out over multiple generations. As such, there may be some unanticipated research opportunities that present themselves. Such diversions from the provisional protocol are permitted at the discretion of the chief scientist. Yes, S. Braun, of course. This is indeed Braun. Braun, of course, gets mentioned elsewhere in Fallout 4. He's also brought up in Vault 88 in the Vault-Tec DLC. Because Vault 75 represents a long-term experiment in a closed environment, it will become important to replenish staff periodically. This shall be done by selective recruitment of outgoing subjects. We anticipate a certain percentage of resident population to exhibit high intellect scores but insufficient physical capabilities to be qualified for genomic, however you pronounce that word, genomic harvesting. These subjects may be, at overseer and chief scientist discretion, offered the opportunity to join staff. Those who refuse should be disposed of in the same manner as unqualified outgoing subjects. Oh dear. I'm getting the feeling that, yes, all of the people who went to Up Top Land ended up just being slaughtered, and the creme de la creme, I'm guessing harvesting, just flipping means nothing more than having a bit of a blood sample taken before the culling otherwise. Please note that all internally recruited staff should be kept strictly separate from general population for at least 15 years to prevent members of the general population recognising former residents among the staff. Only the most trusted and capable staff members should be admitted to the genomics laboratory. It is the responsibility of the chief scientist to very carefully choose these staff members and ensure they are sufficiently trained for their roles. Yes, I'm guessing bad things happen in that lab. Here we are, genetic harvesting protocol. I'm guessing it involves death. Outgoing subjects aged 18 years with aggregate scores of superior or excellent across key physical, mental, and social traits will be escorted to the genomics laboratory. I'm just going to call it genetics. Okay, if you're going to say genomic, I'm not even sure if that's a word, so I'm just going to say genetics. They're going to be escorted to the genetics laboratory. That's better. Processing should be done on an individual basis and with great care. Remember that successful subjects will likely be capable of overpowering staff. Reiterate to the subject that a brief round of vaccinations is necessary and avoid arousing suspicion, otherwise, lethal injection, marvellous. Each subject should have a file for processing which indicates which specific organic material needs to be preserved for future testing. Be sure that these directions are strictly adhered to and that specimens are stored quickly. Except hang on here, hang on. If you're killing the people who are the best and you're storing the genetic material somewhere, where are the new excellent quality graduates coming from? you need to have either an artificial womb or people who are acting as surrogate mothers somewhere, because the babies have got to come from somewhere. Where are they coming from then? So days until next graduation minus 999. Okay, so it's been several years and there hasn't been a graduation. So the vault was overthrown at least 3 years ago. This is kind of making my theory about the gunners look less and less likely, by the way. That's a shame. Genome donors. Overall harvest was exceptional this year, lots of superior ratings in the physical categories. Many of our vital organ initiatives are paying dividends. Pain thresholds have been a mostly solved problem for years now, and we're finally getting past issues like cardiac arrest under heavy duress. The genetic material we're gaining this year should help the next generation meet goals we thought was a decade or more off. Some concern about aggression levels. We've had a few cases of psychological breakdowns due to stress over the years, but incidence was much higher in this group. Going to recommend we synthesize some new tranquilizers just to stock up. Food supply remains best delivery method for general population. Should be concerned about future with science staff too. Okay, so one particular generation was slightly more aggressive. Got it. Only needed one recruit for scientific staff this year, with Washington joining the genetics team to help me out up here. Subject's physical scores were very low. He has consistently shown good problem solving and critical thinking. I'm guessing this is the guy whose terminal we saw downstairs. Overseer has concerns about his attachment to some of the younger members of the population. I'm not too worried. His psychological profile shows that he's very suggestible. We'll keep him on the observation deck long enough for those he had personal relationships with to graduate out of the population. That gives us some time to acclimatise him to the experimental protocols without conflict. We just need to keep him in the dark until then. So keep him in the dark until such time as everyone that he personally likes has already been, killed off screen. Then bring him upstairs, because it doesn't matter anymore, because at that point he won't have a personal connection to people. Fine. We had very low disposal overhead thanks to the excellent harvest ratio this year, just 74% of the overall graduating class. Incinerating will be done within the week. Good first task for Washington before we begin the real work. Oh, that's not a good first task to introduce someone to the morally dubious stuff. Just here's a bunch of corpses, throw them in the fire. That's the sort of thing you do after you're absolutely certain they're already on site. And then finally, archived records. No hard copies left. Fine. So, let's figure out what's going on here. I'm guessing we're going to find this laboratory in a moment. One of these is going to be the Overseer's office. Ooh, fancy locked door though. What do we have in here? I'm guessing this is just, the quarters of the science staff most likely. In which case, only one way to go. This presumably leads into the genetics laboratory and then the Overseer's office beyond it. More in here yet though. Gunner Private. Hello, I think your head's about to go pop. There we go. Someone else has hit. The Gunner Commander. Beautiful. Well, we've got all of these lovely, lovely criticals saved up for you. And apparently we only really needed the one. So, Overseer's office. What have you got on you, Gunner Private? Nothing major. And you've got a leaded reinforced maximized laser rifle. Not even that bad. Nothing major there, to be honest. A very filthy window looking down on the atrium. Fine. Overseer's terminal. Yet more information. And, teddy bear. Teddy bear in the seat with a drinking glass. Bethesda do like leaving teddy bears in odd positions, don't they? And I've explored the admin area, so what's next exactly? Remote door control. Luckily, I can just open it now. There we go. Completed Vault 75, apparently. And this is... I've completed it by virtue of finding the Overseer's bedroom. Alright then, whatever you say. But I think I see a magazine on the bed. Grognak the Barbarian.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad that Grills likes this. Personally, for me, it is pretty flipping useless. And one steamer trunk, just basic stuff, nothing major there. I feel like we haven't quite solved the mystery yet, though. The quest may be over, but we still haven't 100% solved the mystery. And a safe as well, that needs to be opened too. Anything good in here? No, it's the usual garbage you find in a safe. Marvellous. So, Vault 75 status. And unknown, no one really knows what's going on here. Overseer's log, a new researcher. Worried about the Washington guy. Worried about the new recruit in science. He's supposed to be on simple observation duties and closely monitoring until the subjects he knows in the population have been processed. I know we've done this many times before, but something about this one feels wrong. Not sure I should have let myself be talked into it. So potentially was Washington somehow responsible for the uprising that killed everyone? We're having capacity problems in the nursery. We're as full as we can be in IVFS, but introducing more residents to the population is going to be problematic. I prefer to wait until the next turnover. I'll have to discuss with the chief scientist. Okay, so they're keeping population up, But how? And a fire in the archives. Damn it all, some kind of wiring issue caused a fire in the archive. We've lost some hardware that I'm told will be difficult to repair, if not impossible. Science lost a lot of the historical research data, though I'm told we can get some junior staff started transcribing hard copies. Some of the locks failed once the fire got bad. Worrying, but turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Science staff nearby got in and stopped the blaze quickly. If the locks hadn't failed, then myself or one of the senior scientists would have had to manually open the doors. Why do I get the feeling that one of the scientists that got in was Washington? He realised what was going on because he saw it all and he had problems with it. And the Overseer's eyes only procedures, of course, now we understand what's going on. Adults aged 17 or older will be isolated and disposed of by head of security. So, indeed, anyone aged 17 and older was killed, so all of the parents were killed immediately. Children under the age of 17 were taken to the atrium area, and as Overseer, he introduced them to the caretaker robots and sleeping facilities. Fine. In the event it becomes necessary, it is preferable to allow potential subjects to remain with their families in the bulkhead area over allowing adults to accompany subjects to the atrium. These subjects will not be admitted to the general population. Some distress is expected in the early days of internment. Please refer to Vault-Tech's childcare consolation protocols if guidance is needed. Marvellous. Residents aged 18 and over will be removed from the general population annually. Residents who have exhibited genetic promise are to be preserved for genome harvesting and reintegration. Residents of average genetic promise but high intelligence and docility may be recruited to the research staff at Overseer discretion. All other residents to be removed must be culled. Research staff is responsible for cultivating embryo replacements to maintain consistent resident population numbers. Yes, but well, I don't know. Maybe in the Fallout universe there's artificial wombs or something and that's where babies come from. Who knows? Vault 75 is to remain sealed until an all-clear order is issued by Vault-Tech. And of course that order would never come. Beginning 1 year after initial containment, children over the age of 18 must be removed from the general population. This will be done annually on a date specified by the Overseer and Chief Scientist. It's recommended this graduation be treated as an important tradition inside Vault 75. Appropriate ceremonies should be conceived of and performed by Overseer staff, with outgoing subjects being removed one by one from the main living area. Once separated from the general population, subjects with aggregate ratings of excellent and superior are to be escorted to the genetics laboratory for processing. Subjects with excellent and superior intellect ratings, but not aggregate, will be offered positions as Overseer and research staff, per discretion of the Overseer and Chief Scientist. All of the subjects will be disposed of as outlined in the confidential operations packet, and we know that involves incineration. Lovely. Okay, in that case, down here, which potentially will lead to the genetics lab itself. Well, there's the reactor. Here's the... there's the door I saw earlier that leads into the atrium. Fine, so we know about this already. But there's more rooms yet. There's... well, unless this is just into the play area. This is just the... this is just the play area. Yes, marvellous. So, I think actually that might be your lot. I think I've opened up all of the doors. Yes, it would make sense this was the final room, because this is the room that technically completed the quest. So technically, of course, the genetics laboratory must actually be this area here. So where did the actual culling take place in that case? It wouldn't have been in here. It doesn't feel like it's big enough. Actually, it did say that specifically, like, people were brought up one at a time, so I guess you could deal with them easily in here one at a time as long as you were careful, yes. Well, there we are. That is, to my mind, a very fun little vault story. Like, say what you will about Fallout 4. I think it did excellent vaults. I think some of the vaults in Fallout 4 are excellent. I kind of really like Vault 111. I think Vault 81 is fun and has some kind of fun, varied stuff in it. I think there's a lot of really interesting, cool vaults in Fallout 4. I think they did a fantastic job in that regard. And I would rank Vault 75 here as among the best in all of modern Fallout. Like, right up there with the best of Fallout New Vegas. Right, so, out of the school, and that is just a caravan guard or two up there. Not sure what caravan you're with. I think you've kind of become separated from your Brahmin there, but never mind. And there's one thing I've always wanted to know, which is somewhere around here. Oh, there's the Brahmin. There's the Brahmin over there you got separated from. Lovely. In fact, the two of you are kind of going in separate directions, but all right, never mind. Yeah, there's a house around here somewhere that's got no entrance. And I'm told that what's actually going on here is this old sinkhole right around the back of this house. What's going on? Oh, hello. Something quite significant is going on over there. What the heck is going on? Some form of couldn't see... Ooh. Hello, quite a few people, whatever's going on over there. Yes, I'm told that what I need to do to get into the house down here is I need to go and explore this here sinkhole, which has apparently got a stingwing in it. No big trouble there. But first, I just want to make sure I'm not about to be overrun by angry men with guns. So I feel like there's a few of them floating around all of a sudden. Oh yeah, the violence is getting closer. Mr. Handy Annihilator. Okay, I'm using the wrong gun for this. Hang on, go over to an actual pistol I like. A nice laser weapon here. Hello, Mr. Handy Annihilator. 1, 2, critical. And then that should stun him for a moment. And then just finish him off. Lovely. Oh, he is on fire. Why is he on fire? Is he about to explode? No. He's not about to explode, though I'm still in danger. Apparently. Gunner conscript. Oh. Oh, were the gunners fighting these robots? And potentially still are. Hello, well if that car's about to explode, there we are. Hopefully I just helped. Old girl, I hope you didn't just get caught in that explosion. If so, I'm very, very sorry. I didn't mean for you to. Yeah, I think what we've got going on right now is gunners versus robots. Yeah, there's a Rust Devil taking on... I'm guessing... something... Oh, no, just taking on me. Just me then, got it. Oh, and what the... This is not a good time, alright? Actually, that's fine. I can boost my criticals against you. That's okay. You better not have just made me ill, by the way. I'm going to be really annoyed if you did. Reload. You coming around the corner. Basic Rust Devil. That's fine. You can be killed pretty easy. 1 or 2 shots will do you. Just 1, in fact. Now, more coming around the corner. We'll just murder them as they come. There's 1 more. Ah, legendary. Well, that's fine. Critical for you then. You're at pretty close range. Ooh, you're a little bit on the tougher side, mind. That's fine. Let's use all the criticals on you. Keep criticaling you. There you go. 1 more shot will do him. Oh, there's more coming in. Yeah, let's just make sure we've got the right thing here. Right, and then 1 for you as... No, okay, fine. You then. How tough are you? You're still pretty tough. Right, fine. Let's just make sure you're a... Oh, you're not a sure thing at all. Right. Oh, what the heck just happened? Why am I rads like crazy? Right, okay. Well, I guess I'm relying on VAT's defense for the minute then. And then I think I just killed the wrong one, but that's fine. One of you must have had an irradiated legendary weapon. Blimey, and I'm still in danger. Oh dear. Right. Yes, I'm guessing don't you throw anything at me. Another legendary? What the bloody hell? Right, critical. He's now done something. Right, now just go into chest shots just for the accuracy because I've only got 1 critical left. Right, go. Okay, just critical him. We just need to stun him if we can. Lovely. Bloody Rust Devils, man. Just keep on the critical. Oh, no, 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 no. This is not acceptable. Okay, we're using that ice cold nuclear quantum that we've got. That's great. You know what else we're going to do? We're going to use all of that X11 compound. Yeah, that stuff's great. I know I'm thirsty. It's fine. And this is an X-script Psychojet. Slow down time a bit. I'm mildly dehydrated. I'm addicted to psychochems. That's fine. Now I've got myself... look, the slow time is all I need. I just wanted the slow time of the AP. And then, oh, apparently I've got full criticals. Not sure how that happened, but it's a thing. You've dropped your gun. Beautiful. And then... Legendary Rust Devil. And we are... Okay. We're alright. Right, let's use some Addictol. There we are. I'm now dehydrated on top of just regular dehydration. That's fine. I picked up some extra water in the vault. So, actually, I've not got much here. I'm just going to do, like, some water just to buy me some time. But mainly, I've now got 2 legendary things to pick up. Blimey, that's a tough group to have just spawned in. That group is not kidding. Now, there should be 2 legendary weapons around here somewhere. There's... Okay, good. That's just old girl that's still seeing me. Marvellous. So... which one of you are the legendaries? 1, freezing automatic radium rifle.
There we go.
Right, well, that'd be where the rads came from. Does 10 points of cryo damage and will freeze targets on critical hits. That is... kind of interesting. I tell you what, I've already got a freezing weapon. If I need a freezing weapon, like, I've never been overwhelmingly convinced by the radium rifle. I don't think it's actually spectacular. So then, and then you also had, oh, I think you picked that up off the other legendary then, and then Cavalier Disciple. No, I don't like Cavalier. One of you must be the other legendary then. I think you picked it up. Yeah, you picked his weapon up off his corpse. Fine. So that is, in fact, it. Yes. I'll keep it for now. I'm kind of curious. Tell me in the comments what you think of a freezing automatic raging rifle. Of course, I can turn it into any sort of rifle that I want. Yeah, I will have a think about that one. But what I'm going to do is I'll keep that one. In order that I can carry it, I should have plenty of Radstag with me at the moment. Yeah, there we are. Growed Radstag. Beautiful. So what I'm going to do now is, I was originally planning to, investigate that sinkhole, but as I now have all the rads in the world, instead, I'm just going to nip home, and we're going to have a quick look at those weapons. Okay, first things first, I have earned a really long drink of water. Marvellous. But most importantly, oh, a good rad scrub. That is what I flipping needed. Now, this enraging lever action rifle. This I'm kind of interested in. Because, yeah, what I want to do is I want to maximize range, but minimize weight. Because potentially that could be worth having a think about. So, what can we do? The light frame is like 9.3 weight. Fine. That's still pretty heavy. And none that has any impact whatsoever on the range, which is fine. So, probably what I want is, yeah, the best I can do is, that's better critical shot damage, but the most powerful is just 234. So, as a sniping weapon, it just can't stack up to the Gauss rifle, and that's 15 weight, so it's not much light, so that's not really worth bothering with as a straight-up sniping weapon, but that's not what I want it to do. I want it to be, yeah, as light as possible. So what I'll do is I'll put a light frame on it, because that barely requires any resources whatsoever. So let's put a light frame on this thing. And then I would change it to a short barrel, but it doesn't save that much weight, and it massively reduces the range, so we don't want to be doing that. Now, conveniently, the full stock can go down to a short stock. That doesn't have any impact on range whatsoever, so short stock it is. Now, the scope. Do I even need this thing to have a scope? I don't think I do. I'm not sure I need this thing to have a scope, because the thing is I'm not going to be sniping with it. The only reason I'm going to be using this is to get a critical to enrage someone I'm shooting at. So, a basic sight might just be fine, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't mind having just, like, a reflex sight on it, just so I've actually got a reflex sight, just in case I ever do need to use it for something. But, circle or dot? I'll go for circle, I'd say. Marvellous. And then the suppressor is, yeah, that's just for, well, actually, if it's silenced, then that means people won't know where the shot came from. So, like, what I'm thinking about is, like, if I go to, like, you know, a difficult area, and I see a group of enemies, and one of them's, like, the commander or the lead super mutant or something, if I just frenzy him, then I could potentially do a lot of good work with this thing for only about 9 weight. Yeah, I'm going to put a suppressor on it, because then people won't know that I fired on them. So now I've got an enraging light lever action rifle. So I'm not going to take that with me right now. I'm going to pop that... I'm going to pop that upstairs, actually. You know, I had actually forgotten that I already had, which kind of, you know, defeats the object of the wall of weapons I should remember I have. The explosive lever action rifle. How powerful is that thing? Bullets explode on impact, doing 15 points area effect damage. Well, that's 15 base, 30 for me plus area. That's not very good. Like, explosives more about the rapid fire weapons or shotguns. If you can get explosive on a shotgun or a rapid fire weapon, it utterly murders everything. But like a one-shot weapon like this, it's not really the best. And one final thing if I can, I'm feeling a little bit light on the old carry weight right now. Can I do anything that's already deep pocketed? No. There's nothing I can do. This stuff is already as good as it can be. Deep pocketed and studded on both the legs. This is, ooh, ultralight build. Yeah, right now it's 4.3 and gets me the action point. I'm going to, by moving it over to deep pocketed, I'm going to make it 3 heavier, but I'll gain like, what is it, 5 or 10? Probably 10. Yeah, 10 carry weight, so it's going to be for the good. I'm just going to lose 5 action points, but I think I've got enough action points, to be honest. Now, I should also pull some water out of the workshop. I've been travelling around with very little water recently, and, ooh, 189 bottle caps just chilling out here. Wait, hang on a minute. Guys, where's the water? Where's the... You're supposed to be getting water for me. Where's the bloody hell's the... You're all useless. I swear the workshop is supposed to generate water, because I have hooked this settlement into other settlements that produce water. So where the bloody hell... Never mind. Apparently we've just got no water. That's a shame. Maybe off screen I'll make a little trip up to the bottling plant up the road, pick up some empty water bottles and convert all of them into purified water. I'm not sure. But I would say, in fact, that is more than enough for now because Vault 75 is much bigger and more interesting than I was expecting. And we've also had some utter cluster flip fights as well. And I do notice in the comments people do seem to enjoy those, so isn't that lovely? So, next time, ladies and gentlemen, we will continue our exploration through that little rarely explored bit of the Commonwealth and we'll see what else I find. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. This has been Fallout 4 Survival Mode. Thank you very much, and goodbye. I'm supposed to be killing myself now, which is something Claire probably hasn't realised because she's bloody just left all of this soap.
No, don't! Don't, stupid baby! Give me that damn fork!
There we go. Oh, he's blocked out! Flip the painting! I just love the slightly sad look as the smoke rises from the corpse of the cooked baby.